Guys and girls, this is JJ here again demoing the Darkglass Electronics Microtubes 900 bass amplifier. Now Darkglass Electronics are known for making really great bass overdrive and distortion pedals, but this is their first amplifier. This is a 900 watts Class D bass amplifier that weighs only 3 kilograms. Yes, you heard that right. It weighs only 3 kilograms. Now, as a bass player in a hardcore punk band, I'm used to touring with a 4x10 cabinet, an Ampeg cab, and an SVT head. So this thing is a godsend. It even comes with its own little bag that it fits right in, including your speaker cable and your power cable and the foot switch, which comes with the amplifier. So that's really neat. Really high quality, nice components, and really great looking too. So as you can see, if you take a closer look at the amplifier, it basically is divided up into two parts. Right here you have the microtubes circuit, because this amplifier houses two of Darkglass's overdrive pedals, the B3K and the vintage microtubes. So I'll get to that in a minute. And this is the amplifier part with your standard gain and volume controls, a bass control and the treble control, and there's controls for low mids and high mids. Okay, now these little switches here allow you to set a certain frequency within those high or low mids that you want to cut or boost. So it's kind of like a parametric equalizer, but it has some typical frequencies, and those frequencies are, let me see, so it's 250 Hertz, 500 Hertz, or 1 kilohertz for the low mids, and you have 750 Hertz, 1.5 kilohertz, or 3 kilohertz for the high mids that you can boost or cut. Looking at the back of the amplifier, it has one speaker out. You can select 2 or 4 ohms. It's got a built-in DI, which is pre or post EQ. It's got an effects loop, and it's got an input socket to which you can hook up the foot switch. For the purposes of this demo, I'm playing my 2006 anniversary P-Bass, which is all stock except for a black pickguard, and I've had a hip-shot bass extender installed, and of course the bass didn't come with the battle scars. And I've got all EQ controls set flat, but not the gain and the volume, because I'm recording direct out and it's set up really nicely right now. So let me just let you hear the bass control, the EQ control set flat. Alright, now I'll just boost the bass a little bit. And I like my bass sound to have a lot of treble, because I really like John Entwistle and Bruce Foxton in the Jam. So with more treble, it sounds like this. Alright, let's put the treble back to 12 o'clock, lower the bass control just a little bit, and take a look at those mid controls. First up, there's the high mids, and I'm going to set it to 750 Hertz and boost it a little bit right around there. Okay, now I'll let you hear how it sounds when I boost the high mids and set it to 1.5 kilohertz. So in that setting, you get a lot of attack from the right hand, right? It's great for when playing with a pick. Okay, so now I'll just let you hear some of the low mid options. And I have it set to 500 Hertz, and I'll boost it there. So that's low mids boosted. Or cut it at that frequency. 250 Hertz and boost that. So that's a nice honky sound right there. Now at that frequency, I'm just going to cut the low mids like that, increase the bass, and increase the treble for a slap kind of sound. And here's a sound that I like for pick playing. Now let's take a look at the Microtubes circuit. As you can see, it's got a drive and a level control like you would find on any distortion unit, and luckily it's also got a blend control that allows you to blend in the dry signal. Okay, so when it's set to 12 o'clock, it's when you're going to have 50% clean signal and 50% distorted signal. If I turn this up, it's going to be more distorted and less of the clean sound coming through, but sometimes you want that clean sound because that's going to have more low end, and that's where a lot of the attack lives, right? So this over here is a tone control that makes it brighter or darker, and then you have the choice between the vintage Microtubes and the B3K. So when you push it, it's the B3K, and when you de-push it, it's the vintage Microtubes. We've got the drive, level, tone, and blend set to 12 o'clock. And let's engage the circuit and let you hear what that sounds like. Of course, I'm just going to go flat on the mids with this one and on the treble, but leave the bass up just a little bit. I'm going to have more tone in that circuit, more drive, and hear what that does. I've searched a long time for a bass amplifier that could give me that really cool Entwistle kind of overdrive, or like Lemmy in Motorhead, and all of those players, you know, like Rob Wright and No Means No, who's a big hero of mine, also a P-bass player, of course. And I never really found it inside an amplifier. I always find myself using pedals for that, many different pedals, and some work really great and others don't. But this has it built right in, the really great Darkglass overdrive. Okay, so I'm full aware of the fact that I could easily get an SVT head for that vintage kind of overdrive. It's going to give you that bark, right? But I use an SVT head, a solid state head, in a flight case such as this when I'm touring, and I have a 410 Ampeg cab, a classic cab, but really my back is blaming me for all of the weight, you know. So, and this thing is only 3 kilos, and it's got the overdrive built right in, and it sounds terrific. So let me just have more drive from here and have less of the clean signal and roll off a little bit of that treble to get you this kind of sound. Now I'll just let you hear the B3K setting with the drive at 2 o'clock, level at 12 o'clock, more of the affected signal, so less of the dry signal, and with the blend set to 3 o'clock, and for very bright tone. The tone control is also at 3 o'clock. Check it out. That's more of a stoner kind of sound. Let's add more treble here. More drive here. All of the affected signal and turn back on the master just a little. So there you have it, a look at the Microtubes 900 by Darkglass Electronics. Of course, Darkglass Electronics are very well known for making the greatest bass overdrive distortion pedals in the business. This is their first step into the amplifier business, and they did a really great job. The power in this thing is tremendous. It's 900 watts Class D, which makes it very, very light. I love it. So the cooling is on the sides. It looks really nice. I couldn't be happier than to have this amplifier, but then going into, you know, like a lightweight cab as well. So maybe have one of those 212 cabs with neodymium speakers that are not very heavy. But then again, you know, the Ampeg cab looks really cool on stage. I don't know, but I'm loving it. So thanks, Darkglass, for having me demo this, and signing off, JJ.